Prussia had less land than France, less money than Britain, a smaller population than Austria, and for nearly 200 years, it beat all of them. Not through luck, not through resources. Through one system so precise for building human output that Frederick the Great's generals applied it to every single recruit, farmers, blacksmiths, men who had never held a weapon, and turned them into the most disciplined fighting force in Europe within months. You have more resources than any Prussian soldier ever did, and you still can't stay consistent for 2 weeks. One man figured out exactly why, and he wasn't a warrior. He was a king who had spent his entire youth being told he was too sensitive, too artistic, too weak to lead, who then went on to build an empire through sheer systematic precision. I'm going to break down who he was, his exact method, and how you can use it right now to wire your brain for discipline that does not break. It was 1712 when a boy was born in Berlin. His name was Frederick, and from birth, Prussia had plans for him that he wanted no part of. His father was a soldier king, a man who ate war for breakfast and considered art a disease. Frederick wanted to read philosophy, play the flute, write poetry. His father considered this a personal embarrassment and had Frederick's closest friend executed in front of him at age 18 as a lesson in what happened to men who refused to be hard. And something shifted in Frederick that day, not into anger, into precision. He realized that softness was not the enemy, chaos was, and that the man who builds the right system does not need to feel disciplined. The system produces the output regardless of how he feels. Frederick said, "Discipline fails for one reason and one reason only. Men try to apply it to everything at once. They wake up on a Monday and decide they will now be disciplined about sleep, diet, exercise, work, reading, and every other area of their life simultaneously. And by Wednesday, every single one has collapsed because willpower is a finite resource, and they have spread it across 10 fronts simultaneously, the same mistake he watched lesser generals make on the battlefield, and those generals lost. His method was the opposite. He called it the Schwerpunkt, the point of concentrated force. One front, one breach. Everything else is secondary until that breach is made. In practice, it works like this. Identify the one daily action that, if done consistently for 66 days, would most change the trajectory of your life, not 3 actions. 1. Then make it the first thing you do after waking, before your brain has woken up enough to negotiate with you, before the phone, before food, before any decision that costs willpower. The action executes before you are conscious enough to avoid it. Frederick documented in his military journals that a regiment given one objective and protected from all competing demands outperformed a regiment given 5 objectives every single time, not by a small margin, by a decisive one. And this is where the neuroscience backs him up completely. Researchers at University College London found that a single daily behavior consistently executed in the same context, same time, same cue, same location, becomes automatic in an average of 66 days. Not easier. Automatic. The decision is no longer made consciously. The brain reclassifies it as a fixed sequence, like brushing your teeth, and executes it without consulting willpower at all. Once the anchor behavior is automatic, Frederick said secondary disciplines attach to it without effort, because the brain has already built the discipline architecture, and it costs nothing to expand it. Don't build a discipline system tonight. Find your Schwerpunkt, the one daily action that changes everything if it holds. Make it the first thing tomorrow morning before your brain can negotiate. Protect it from everything else for 66 days, and watch what the architecture it builds makes possible after that. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, please subscribe so more people can see this. Peace.